Hello everyone and welcome to Philly Crypto Trading Plus. Are you confused by all this price volatility? Are you wondering where prices will be next? Well, look no further. You're definitely in the right place. I'm here to solve these problems for you by providing clear, concise, and competent technical analysis. In today's tutorial, we will be analyzing Ethereum. Specifically, we'll be covering, we'll talk about a trend line that's going on. We'll talk about a 20-week moving average, which is very important. And make sure you stick around to the end because you'll want to see this. The MACD, RSI, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the 50 SMA, Fibonacci retracements, extensions. We're going to touch upon that for a couple things. And then again, at the end, guys, very important, what's going on right now. Most people are not talking about. Wait till the end so I can show you what I mean. Do not miss it. Now, before we get into the video, please be sure to smash that like button because it lets YouTube know that you're enjoying the content and makes a huge difference. Also, I'm always trying to improve my videos and give you the best content I can. So please let me know what you like about my content and I will be sure to do more of it. Now let's get into today's lesson. First of all, we're going to talk about a daily time. A lot of times we start with the daily, we go back to the shorter time frame. Today, no, a little bit different because we have to show you what we think is going to happen. I say we, I mean me, but you know what I mean. Semantics are not important. Now, daily time frame. I want to point out the Fibonacci retracement is a very important level. And I've talked about this repeatedly, guys. And this is the same thing going on. Again, a 0.5 Fibonacci retracement from Ethereum would be 1480, right? And I want to back up a notch, guys, because I just did a Bitcoin video, which is the leader of, dictates what all the coins do. So if you didn't see that, you might want to go watch that for perspective from what I'm about to tell you. And then you'll understand why I'm going to tell you, right? Okay, so 0.5 fib retracement, 1480, right? 0.618, 1345, and the 0.786, about 1160, okay? I want you to keep that in mind. Now, on a daily time frame, we have a lower high here, right? We have the volume decrease. This was good selling volume here to get back up here. However, the buying volume is just getting a little weak, and that's what this tells us, right? The MACD, the histogram negative. Look at this, guys. That's negative, 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 right? And the RSI, told you before, 50, above 50, we're going up. Below 50, going down. Well, where are we at now? We're at 43, 44. Yeah, if I can read my own. But the point is, we're not above 50, right? So right here, guys, I'll tell you what, with my freaking mouse. Okay. This is where we crossed, guys, the 50 right here. See that? At 1800. Right. And ever since then, below 50. Wow. So, guys, pay attention to those levels, okay? The retracement levels of 0.5 and even the 0.618. We talked before about how these pullbacks get extreme. If you notice before, from the high of the 2030-40 area, you pulled all the way back to the 0.618. So now we have a high of 100 points lower, right? So 100 points lower than this would put us around the 1250 area, right? Now, guys, I always tell you my methodical approach. That's why you're here, okay? There's a method in my madness. There's a reason why I say what I say. Now, got a lower high. You already hit the 0.618 already, 1345. Now you're 100 points lower. So common sense could go as much as 100 points lower, right? Which would be around the 1250 area, right? I'm just trying to sow the seeds for you, set the stage for you. This is what I do. Some of the guys are impatient out there with the comments. Guys, do yourself a favor and just wait a few minutes and understand the wisdom and the help I'm trying to offer you, all right? So you put those things together, right? You see this, you see that, right? Now, I want to go to the Fibonacci extensions for a second. And you notice that the 0.618 Fib extension was 1995. Now, you see the body right here, right, was at 1960, below that, right? So that's where we kind of were feeling. So then here we go again with a little bit lower. But what I wanted to point out here, guys, was that the 20 and the 50 SMA, look at that. Nope, we're down below that, right? So the 100, see, when these 100, 200 day moving at the higher averages, they need to catch up. They need to catch up. So don't be surprised at some side of consolidation, some kind of selling, whatever you want to call it. Fact is, we got ahead of ourselves. So our 100-day moving at SMA, right? Simple moving average is 1394. Understand that. And pretty similar to the other levels we talked about. So I want you to notice all the circumstances pointing to the same areas, the same prices, because this is what we do. Now, I want to tell you about this real quick. This is a weekly time frame, right? We've run up a lot since September, right? So we have a lower high, and I want you to take notice the MACD is topping out here, right? So consistent with the other things that we said, right? And the RSI, while it's 63, the fact is that if you notice the MACD here that's topping out, notice how the RSI topped out before that, and it's come down and gotten weaker, right? So we were kind of in the 90s. Now we're down in the 60s, right? So when we went from here to there, we went up nice, but look at the volume. Look at the volume. It's not there, guys. Another clue, point the same thing. That same thing. That same thing, right? So once we get ourselves to get a grasp on what I'm talking about, because I know it's new, and listen, guys, I've been doing this a long time. My job is to help you. My job is to show you what could happen in the future before it happens, because remember, we're focusing here and now. So lastly, and most importantly, by the way, on a weekly time frame, you still see this going on, right? But let's get this out of the way. The most important thing to notice here, guys, is this is the end of February, right? I keep telling you about the end of the month stuff going on, right? Okay, so the end of February, we closed around 14 and some change, right? So now, the next week, we ran all the way up to 1950, but it was a lower high, so we never made it again, right? But now we're at 1620, 25, yeah. So, but notice this, guys. The close for February was 1720. And where are we at? 1630. We're down 90 points, guys. I want you to go and watch my Bitcoin analysis I just did because it correlates so well with this, and you got to understand this because Bitcoin runs the show. Ethereum is the largest altcoin, right? So Ethereum is actually down for the month of March. So that kind of suggests our upper momentum might be in jeopardy, right? Again, all the things about, I want you all to go back and listen to this video again because I want you to understand how everything I've said has one to do with the other. Okay? This is what I'm doing for you guys. Put it all together and you have a puzzle. All right? Now, this is the part of the lesson, guys, where I want to turn it over to you. And I want you to tell me what's the most valuable thing that you've learned from today's lesson. Please let me know in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Also, the more subscribers that we get, the better and more content I can continue making. So please like, share, and subscribe now. If you want to learn more, please be sure and watch this next video.